So you're thinking about moving to Jupiter, Florida? Well, hold on just a second. It's not all sunshine and palm trees in the great state of Florida. There are some negatives, especially if you're coming from California, New York, Illinois, or Washington State. This is where the majority of the people we're working with right now are coming from. There is a little bit of a culture shock, and we want you to know some of the negatives ahead of time. That way, you can be well prepared. And we're going to discuss those right now. If this is your first time to the channel and you're interested in learning more about living in Jupiter and the surrounding areas in Palm Beach County, Florida, make sure you subscribe to this channel so you can be the first to know about the current market here. Hi everyone, my name is Melanie, and my team and I have helped people just like you buy a great home here in Palm Beach County, Florida. We get calls and emails all the time from people just like you looking to move or relocate here. So whether you're moving across the street or across the country, feel free to call, text, or email me and my team so we can help you make a smooth move to your new home in beautiful Palm Beach County. So, as I mentioned, we are covering some negative items to think about before moving to Jupiter, Florida. We are going to start out with the weather, of course. The first con about living in Jupiter is the heat. The heat is something that we always get questioned about, especially people moving from California, where the weather is perfect all the time, right? Well, it's hot, and there are no two ways about that. When you live in South Florida for quite some time, you will get used to the heat and the summer temperatures. However, for the first few summers, you will need to make some adjustments. You will need to be overly cautious about sun protection and the amount of time you spend in the sun. Dehydration can become an issue for those that are not used to or aware of the dangers of Florida heat. Keep in mind that Jupiter is far south in the state of Florida, and you won't have much of a winter at all. If your idea of Christmas is the warm fire and cozy sweaters, then Jupiter is too far south. But if you want your winters in the 60s and 70s when everyone else is shoveling their driveways, then Jupiter is the place to be. So next on our list is going to be the bugs. So again, we have a lot of people coming from California, where it's the land of perfect weather and no bugs at all, right? Well, we have two main bugs that are the most annoying to me: mosquitoes and roaches. The mosquitoes are annoying, but can be easily dealt with, but I hate roaches so much. Something most people have never even heard of are palmetto bugs, and we have them here in Jupiter. They are basically flying cockroaches, and they are pretty gross. I don't care how tough you are, when a 3 to 4 inch insect with wings comes flying at you, you will scream. One time my husband and I were watching TV one night, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw a huge palmetto bug. I joke that it was the size of a cat, but regardless, it was so huge. As soon as I saw it, I ran for the stairs. While my husband looked for something to smash it with, my job was to watch where it moved to. When my husband slowly crept back into the room, he asked where it was, and I screamed, "It's coming for your head." I never saw my husband run so fast or scream so loud as he did that night, but it's one of my favorite stories to tell. As annoying as the bugs are, they are easily treated with pet and kid-safe pesticides, so they are easily mitigated. The next item on this list is the high cost of living. If you want to live in one of the best places in America, you unfortunately have to be ready to pay for it. The cost of living in Jupiter is quite high and may push some people away. Years ago, Jupiter was more of a secret gem, but today, the word is out on how great it is to live in this area. So if you are just now moving to the area of this country, be prepared to have to pay a little bit more. Real estate prices took another jump after the COVID pandemic, and they still remain up. With all there is to do in Jupiter, the population is definitely on the rise. Some impacts include the quality of service in restaurants, clubs, and beaches, but it will also bring in more tax dollars for the beaches, roads, schools, and potentially create more things for people to do. It's one of my favorite places in all of Palm Beach County to live, but it's not the cheapest. The next item we will talk about is hurricanes. For those who don't live in Florida, hurricanes can sound pretty threatening. Although hurricanes are something that you have to be aware of, for the most part, they are just an inconvenience. As long as you have strong homeowners policy on your home and insurance on your cars, you will be well prepared for the hurricanes. Just as other places have snow, tornadoes, or windstorms they have to deal with, Jupiter could also get hit by a hurricane. As a new resident of Jupiter, you will learn how to prepare and protect your home so you can watch the storm and make smart decisions. The next item on the list is traffic. Traffic in Jupiter can be a bit of a problem. You will notice that there are certain times of the day when traffic is barely moving. This is due to the large influx of people that want to live in the warmer climate and enjoy all of Jupiter. There are some areas throughout the town that have lower traffic levels. There are communities where you can travel in your golf cart to the club and back and not have to worry too much about driving. In addition, many areas of Jupiter have communities where kids can walk to school and traffic can be considerably cut down. Certain times of the year, traffic is busy, but it's still better than most other areas in South Florida that have far more traffic. So that pretty much wraps up this video on really what we consider the biggest downsides to moving to Jupiter. But just like any place else that you're going to be, there are always going to be some negatives. However, if you look at the positives, it's really not that bad. I wouldn't be too concerned about the weather. If it was that big of a concern, I wouldn't have lived here for over 40 years. It's awesome. The weather is amazing 95% of the time. I hope you get a better understanding of what life in Jupiter, Florida has to offer. Whether you are looking for a great job, a beautiful house, the best beaches in the country, a place to retire or invest here, or simply a great community, Jupiter has it all. Jupiter always comes in as one of the top places in the state to live. If you are thinking about buying a brand new or existing home in Jupiter or Palm Beach County in the next 3 days or 3 months, feel free to call, text, or schedule a Zoom call today. We can help you make a smooth move to your new home in beautiful Palm Beach County at no cost to you. Thank you so much for your time. Looking forward to showing you around town soon.